guys, the time has come once again for a new competition of VEX IQ. I've discovered a few things I want to share with you. My predictions for 2019 to 2020 are that at the Worlds we will clear the field. It may seem impossible at the start of the year, but by the end of the year it's definitely going to happen. I also know that there will be a very slow progression during the year as people try to find out how to use the cubes and balls, because it's like 2 games in 1. After reading through the game manual, I found out a few things that you might want to know. Firstly, you cannot extend higher than 15 inches this year, which means that you can't extend like the last few years. Also, one green platform is actually higher than the other, and it's 9.5 inches. And a cube is 7 inches, which means you can't lift it from the top, and you'll have to lift it from the bottom. Also, you can finally use Omni Drive, because last few years there was poles in the way, but this year you can. Also, you're going to have to minimize moving backwards and forwards so you make the most of your time. This year it's easy to automate, because there isn't any poles in the way like the hanging structure last year. 2 green cubes are actually upside down, which means if you want to put balls on top of them, you have to flip them the right way up, which is just something to consider. Omni Drives. Omni Drives are very versatile, as they let you move around the field without having to turn around. I also have a few videos about this if you want to check them out. Another thing you have to consider when you're playing this game is cubes. You're going to need to have hooks on your robot to hook onto the cubes to pull them around or to push them around. And you might even want to have 2 hooks, so you can hook 2 cubes at the same time, so it saves you having to go backwards and forwards. Also, the other thing you have to think about is, do you want to put the balls in the cubes before you move the cubes or after you move the cubes? Because they might fall out, but they also might stay on there. And as I mentioned earlier, you're going to have to lift green cubes from the bottom to put them on the structures. And do you want to lift green cubes onto the structures when they're empty, or do you want to fill them up once they're up there? Bangshot is a game that came out in 2015 that included balls. And these balls are actually exactly the same size as the balls this year, which means that the strategies they used will be applicable this year too. One thing that I noticed was they used a lot of sucking up the balls, which I like to call vacuum cleaning. Good luck for 2020. I'll be posting robot designs regularly, and I'd love to chat with you in the comments or even talk to you at the Worlds.